It was early morning. The sound came first. A low, heavy rumble. Amanda froze mid-step. One foot still on the staircase. Coffee in her hand slowly cooling. The rumble grew louder. Closer. Closer. Amanda turned her head toward the window. Her brows pulled together. Amanda whispered, "Who the hell?" She didn't finish. A truck. Huge. Parked right outside the house next door. Her stomach dropped. No, that house had been empty for months. Quiet. Safe. Untouched. Amanda slowly walks toward the window. Each step hesitant. Measured. She pulled the curtain aside. Just a little. And then she saw it. Boxes. Furniture. Men moving things in. Someone was moving in. Amanda exhaled slowly. A small scoff escaping her lips. Amanda spoke. "Gray." Amanda continued. "New neighbors." But something felt off. Her grip on the curtain tightened. Because this didn't feel random. It felt intentional. A car door slammed outside. Sharp. Sudden. Amanda flinched. Just slightly. Then she saw him. Stepping out of a black car. Calm. Unbothered. Like he owned the ground beneath his feet. Amanda's breath hitched. No. No. Her fingers loosened from the curtain. Then tightened again. Harder this time. Amanda whispered. "No way." James? Her brother's best friend. The one man. Who was never supposed to be here. The one man. She had spent years avoiding. And failing. James looked exactly the same. Maybe worse. Broader shoulders. Sharper jaw. That same unreadable expression. Dangerous. Amanda's heart started pounding. Too fast. Too loud. Amanda stepped back from the window. Like distance would somehow fix this. Amanda spoke under her breath. Of all the places. Amanda continued. He chose this one. Outside. James turned his head. Directly toward her house. Amanda froze. For a second. It felt like he could see her. Through the glass. Through the walls. Through everything. Then their eyes met. And the whirl. Stop. James didn't look surprised. Not even a little. If anything. His gaze darkened. Like he had been expecting this moment. Waiting for it. Amanda's breath turned shallow. Uneven. Amanda whispered. "Why is he here?" Outside. James didn't move. Didn't look away. He just stood there. Watching her. Like this wasn't a coincidence. Like this was. Step 1. A slow deliberate smile touched his lips. Barely there. But enough. Enough to make Amanda's chest tighten. Because she knew that smile. She remembered it. From years ago. Before everything went wrong. Amanda pulled the curtain shut. Hard. Too fast. Her breathing uneven now. Amanda spoke. "No." Amanda continued. "This is not happening." But it was. Right next door. Closer than ever. And this time. There was no distance left to hide behind. Outside. James finally looked away. But the faint smile remained. Because this was never an accident. He chose this house. He chose this street. He chose her. The morning felt colder suddenly. Quieter. Like something had shifted. Irreversibly. And Amanda could feel it. Deep in her chest. Something dangerous had just moved in next door. And it wasn't leaving. The morning went by slowly. Amanda tried to distract herself. She cleaned. Rearranged things that didn't need rearranging. Checked her phone. Put it down. Picked it up again. But nothing worked. Because every few minutes, her eyes drifted back to the window. Like she was waiting. Or worse. Hoping. Amanda spoke softly. Why now? Amanda continued. After all these years. She already knew the answer. She just didn't want to say it out loud. Because if she did, it would make this real. And if this was real, then everything between them was about to start again. Whether she wanted it or not. Late morning. The knock came unexpectedly. Sharp. Control. Amanda froze. Right in the middle of the living room. Her heart skipped. Just once. But hard enough. Another knock followed. Slower this time. Deliberate. Amanda whispered. No. She didn't need to check. She already knew. Still. Her feet move. Against her better judgment. Step by step. Toward the door. Her hand hovered over the handle. Hesitating. Amanda spoke under her breath. Just open it. Amanda continued. Act normal. She inhaled. Deep. Steadying herself. Then, she opened the door. And there he was. James? Standing too close. Like he didn't believe in personal space. Amanda's breath caught. Again. Up close. He was worse. Taller than she remembered. Sharper. More defined. Dangerous in a way that wasn't loud. But controlled. His eyes moved over her face. Slowly. Carefully. Like he was memorizing her. Amanda forced her voice to stay steady. Amanda spoke. What do you want? No greeting. No politeness. James didn't react. Instead, a faint smirk appeared. Almost invisible. James spoke. You're still like this. James continued. No hello. Amanda crossed her arms. Defensive. Amanda spoke. Say what you came to say. Silence. For a moment. He just looked at her. And that look. It lingered too long. James spoke quietly. You didn't seem surprised. Amanda's stomach tightened. Amanda spoke. I was. Amanda corrected herself. James tilted his head slightly. Observing. James spoke. You're a bad liar. Amanda scoffed softly. Amanda spoke. You moved in next door. Amanda continued. Without telling anyone. Amanda finished. That's weird. James took a step forward. Just one. But it was enough. Enough to close the distance. Enough to make Amanda step back. Instinct. Pure instinct. He noticed. Of course he did. James spoke. Anyone. James continued. Or you. Amanda's jaw tightened. Amanda spoke. Same thing. James let out a low breath. Not quite a laugh. James spoke. No. Not even close. Silence stretched between them. Heavy. Unspoken. Amanda looked away first. Big mistake. Because the moment she did, he stepped closer again. Now he was inside the doorway. Too close. Way too close. Amanda's voice dropped. Amanda spoke. Stay there. James didn't move back. Instead, his eyes darkened slightly. James spoke softly. You used to follow me around. Amanda's breath hitched. Amanda spoke quickly. I was a kid. James nodded slowly. James spoke. You're not anymore. The way he said it. It wasn't casual. It wasn't observation. It felt like a claim. Amanda swallowed. Amanda spoke. Why are you here, James? Finally. The real question. He didn't answer immediately. His gaze dropped. Briefly. To her lips. Then back to her eyes. Amanda noticed. And her pulse spiked. James spoke quietly. I needed a house. Amanda let out a dry laugh. Amanda spoke. There are thousands. James nodded, agreeing. James spoke. Yeah. James continued. I picked this one. The words landed heavy. Amanda stared at him, trying to read him. Failing. Amanda spoke. Why? This time. He didn't dodge it. James leaned slightly closer. Just enough. His voice dropped. Lower. Rougher. James spoke. You really want me to answer that? Amanda's throat went dry. But she didn't back down. Amanda spoke. Yes. That same slow smile returned. James straightened slightly, stepping back, breaking the moment. James spoke casually. Relax. I'm just your neighbor. The shift. Too sudden. Too clean. Amanda didn't believe it. Not for a second. Amanda spoke. You've never been just anything. That hit. James's expression changed. Just slightly. Something sharper surfaced. James spoke. And you've never been good at staying away. Silence. Amanda's chest rose slowly. Fell slowly. Amanda spoke quietly. Leave. No anger. No shouting. Just control. James looked at her for a long moment. Then finally, he stepped back, out of the doorway. But before turning, James spoke. Lock your doors. Amanda frowned. Amanda spoke. What? James's gaze held hers. Steady. Unmoving. James spoke. Not everyone out here is nice. James added. Especially the ones who pretend to be. A chill ran down her spine. Before she could respond, he turned, walked away. Calm. Unbothered. Like he hadn't just shifted something inside her. Amanda stood there, frozen in the doorway. Heart racing. Mind louder than ever. Amanda whispered. What are you doing? But she didn't know who she was asking. Him. Or herself. Because the truth was, she didn't slam the door immediately. She watched him walk away. Watched the way he moved. Watched until he disappeared inside his house. Only then, she closed the door. Slowly. And locked it. Just like he told her to. The afternoon felt heavier than it should have. Because now, this wasn't just a coincidence anymore. This was something else. Something planned. And Amanda could feel it. Whatever game James was playing, it had already started. And she was already in it. Early evening. The air felt different. Heavy. Warmer. Amanda stepped out onto her porch. A glass of water in her hand. She didn't need to think about it. Her body already knew where to look. Next door. And there he was. James? In the yard. Shirtless. Amanda froze mid-step. Her breath caught. Again. Sunlight stretched across his back. Sharp lines. Defined muscle. Every movement slow controlled. Like he knew exactly what he was doing. Amanda whispered. You've got to be kidding me. Because this didn't feel accidental? Not the timing. Not the way he hadn't even glanced at her yet. Like he already knew she was watching. Amanda turned slightly, pretending to look at something else. Anything else. But her eyes kept drifting back. Again. And again. James bent down to pick something up. Amanda looked away instantly. Too fast. Too obvious. Her grip tightened around the glass. Amanda spoke under her breath. Stop looking. Just go inside. But she didn't move. Didn't leave. Because something about this felt like a challenge. And she hated losing. A few seconds passed. Then, James straightened. And finally, he looked at her. Direct. Unapologetic. Amanda's heart slammed against her chest. He didn't look away. Didn't pretend. Didn't even blink. James spoke. You're staring. Amanda scoffed. Quick. Defensive. Amanda spoke. I live here. I can look wherever I want. A faint smile touched his lips. James took a step closer to the fence. That invisible line between them. James spoke. Yeah? Then don't look away. Amanda's throat went dry. But she lifted her chin. Held his gaze. Refusing to back down. Amanda spoke. I'm not. Silence. But it wasn't empty. It stretched. Charge. James's eyes moved over her slowly. Not rush. Not subtle. Deliberate. Amanda felt it. Every second of it. Her skin prickled. Her pulse rising. Amanda shifted her weight slightly. Trying to regain control. Amanda spoke. You done? James tilted his head. Still watching her. James spoke. Not even close. That did something. Something sharp. Low. Dangerous. Amanda turned away first this time. Breaking eye contact. Because holding it any longer felt like a mistake. Amanda took a sip of water. Hands not as steady as she wanted them to be. Amanda spoke. You're being weird. James let out a quiet breath. Almost amused. James spoke. You noticed. Amanda rolled her eyes. But didn't look back at him. Amanda spoke. You're not subtle. Then? Footsteps. Closer. Amanda's body tensed instantly. She turned. James was right there. At the fence. Too close. The distance between them. Not enough. Amanda's voice dropped. Amanda spoke. Stay on your side. James didn't move back. Instead, he leaned slightly forward. James spoke quietly. Why? Amanda's fingers tightened around the glass. Amanda spoke. Because I said so. A beat. James's gaze darkened. James spoke. That never stopped you before. That hit deeper than expected. Amanda's breath faltered. Old memories. Flash. Too fast. Too sharp. Amanda spoke quickly. That was years ago. James nodded slowly. James spoke. I remember. You don't forget things like that. Silence fell again. Heavy. Amanda swallowed. Amanda spoke. You should. James's expression hardened. Just slightly. James spoke. I don't forget you. The words. Low. Certain. Amanda's chest tightened. Amanda spoke. You should. It'll make things easier. James leaned a fraction closer. Close enough that his voice dropped even lower. James spoke. I don't want easy. That was dangerous. Amanda stepped back. Finally, breaking the proximity. Amanda spoke. You're crossing a line. James glanced down briefly. At the fence. Then back at her. James spoke. Looks like a small one. Amanda's pulse spiked. Amanda spoke. It's not. James straightened. Finally giving her space. But his eyes never left her. James spoke. Then stopped standing so close to it. Silence. Amanda didn't respond. Couldn't. Because the truth was. She had walked out here. She had stayed. She had looked. And he knew it. James turned slightly. Like he was done. But then? James spoke without looking at her. Got a date tonight? Amanda frowned. Amanda spoke. What? James turned his head just enough. James spoke. You look like you're trying to impress someone. Amanda let out a dry laugh. Amanda spoke. Not you. A beat. James smiled. Slow. Knowing. James spoke. Good. James added. I'd cancel it. Amanda's stomach flip. Amanda spoke. You don't get to say that. James finally turned fully away, walking back toward his house. James spoke over his shoulder. You'll still think about it. Amanda stood there, frozen again. Because the worst part. He was right. Her mind was already racing. And she hated it. Amanda whispered. God. What is wrong with you? But once again, she didn't know who she meant. Him. Or herself. The night slowly settled in. And with it, something shifted again. Because this wasn't just tension anymore. It was turning into something else. Something harder to ignore. Harder to control. And much harder to stop. Later that night, the street was quieter now. Almost empty. The kind of silence that made every sound feel louder. Amanda stepped out of her car. Keys in hand. Bag over her shoulder. She had stayed out longer than usual. Not because she wanted to. Because she didn't want to come back. Back here. Back to him. Amanda locked the car. The beep echoed too sharply in the night. She exhaled slowly. Amanda spoke under her breath. You're overthinking this. He's just your neighbor. Even she didn't believe that. She turned toward the house. Started walking. Halfway to the door. Footsteps. Behind her. Amanda stiffened. Slowly. She turned. A man stood a few feet away. Not James. A stranger. Mid-20s. Casual clothes. A little too comfortable for someone she didn't know. Amanda's voice turned cautious. Amanda spoke. Can I help you? The man smiled. Too easy. Too familiar. Stranger spoke. Yeah, actually. I just moved down the street. Amanda nodded once. Polite. Distant? Amanda spoke. Okay. Silence. But he didn't leave. Instead, he stepped a little closer. Amanda noticed immediately. Her grip tightened around her keys. Stranger spoke. I've seen you around. Thought I'd say hi. Amanda forced a small smile. Amanda spoke. Hi. Good night. She turned, ready to walk away. Stranger spoke quickly. Wait. Amanda stopped. Annoyed now. She turned back slowly. Amanda spoke. Yes. The man hesitated. Then? Stranger spoke. You live alone? That did it. Amanda's expression hardened instantly. Amanda spoke. That's none of your business. The man raised his hand slightly. Stranger spoke. Relax, just making conversation. But his tone didn't feel harmless anymore. Amanda took a step back, creating distance. Amanda spoke. I'm not interested. Another step. Closer to her door. But he followed. Just slightly. Too slightly. Too intentional. Amanda's pulse picked up. Amanda spoke more firmly. I said no. Silence. Then? Another voice. Low. Cold. Familiar. James spoke. She said no. Amanda's breath caught. The stranger froze. Slowly. He turned. James stood there. In the shadows. Watching. His expression. Unreadable. But dangerous. James stepped forward. Not rush. Not loud. But controlled. Territorial. Stranger shifted uncomfortably. Stranger spoke. Hey man, I was just. James cut him off. James spoke. I know exactly what you were doing. Silence. The air changed instantly. Thicker. Sharper. Amanda didn't move. Didn't speak. Because something about this felt like it wasn't her moment anymore. It was his. James stopped a few feet away. Close enough. James spoke. You don't walk up to her at night. You don't follow her. James finish. And you definitely don't ask where she lives. The stranger swallowed. Stranger spoke. Dude, chill. It's not that serious. That was the wrong thing to say. James's jaw tightened. Just slightly. James stepped closer. Now there was barely any space between them. James spoke quietly. It is. Silence. Heavy. The stranger backed up first. One step. Then another. Stranger spoke. All right, whatever. I'm leaving. And he did. Quickly. Without looking back. The moment he disappeared. The silence returned. But it wasn't calm. Not even close. Amanda finally exhaled. A breath she didn't realize she was holding. Amanda spoke quietly. I had it handled. James didn't respond immediately. He was still watching the direction the man left. Only after a few seconds. He turned to her. His eyes softened. Just slightly. James spoke. No, you didn't. Amanda frowned. Amanda spoke. I said I did. James stepped closer. Now his attention was fully on her. James spoke. You were unlocking your door with shaking hands. Amanda froze. Because. He was right. She looked down briefly. Then back at him. Amanda spoke. That doesn't mean. James interrupted. James spoke. It means you shouldn't be out here alone like that. Amanda's irritation flared instantly. Amanda spoke. You don't get to tell me what to do. James didn't argue. Instead, he stepped even closer. Now there was barely space between them. Amanda's breath caught again. James's voice dropped. Lower. James spoke. I get to make sure you're safe. That wasn't a suggestion. It wasn't concern. It sounded like a rule. Amanda's heart raced. Faster now. Amanda spoke. I didn't ask for that. James held her gaze. Unmoving. James spoke. You don't have to. Silence. Too close. Too intense. Amanda swallowed. Amanda spoke softer this time. Why do you care? That question landed differently. James's expression shifted. Something deeper flickered beneath the surface. For a moment, it looked like he might answer. But then, it was gone. Replaced with control again. James stepped back, breaking the tension. James spoke. Lock your door. Every time. Amanda exhaled slowly, trying to steady herself. Amanda spoke. You already said that. James nodded once. James spoke. Then listen. He turned, started walking away, like it was over. But Amanda's voice stopped him. Amanda spoke. James? He paused. Didn't turn immediately. Amanda hesitated. Then? Amanda spoke. Thank you. He glanced back. Just lightly. James spoke. You're welcome. And then he was gone. Again. Leaving her there. Standing in the quiet. But this time, something was different. Because now, she had felt it. Not just the tension. Not just the history. But the way he stepped in. The way he looked at her. The way he said it. I get to make sure you're safe. That wasn't normal. That wasn't casual. That was something else entirely. Amanda whispered to herself. What are you doing? And this time, she knew exactly who she meant. The night didn't feel quiet anymore. Because something had shifted again. And this time, it felt irreversible. The next morning, sunlight slipped through the curtains. Soft. Quiet. Amanda was already awake. But she hadn't moved. She lay there, staring at the ceiling. because sleep had been restless. Fragments of last night kept replaying. His voice. I get to make sure you're safe. Amanda exhaled slowly. Amanda whispered to herself. This is ridiculous. But her chest still felt tight. Because it didn't feel ridiculous. It felt real. Too real. Amanda turned her head slightly, looking toward the window. And without thinking, she got up, walked closer, peeked outside, just for a second. And there he was. James? On his porch this time. Fully dressed. Coffee in hand. Calm. Like last night never happened. Amanda frowned slightly. Amanda spoke under her breath. How are you so normal? But something about that irritated her. Because she wasn't normal. Not after last night. Not after the way he looked at her. Amanda stepped back from the window. Shaking her head, Amanda spoke to herself. No. We're not doing this. But her thoughts didn't listen. Because something else had already started. Something older. Something buried. And now? It was coming back. Years ago. Late afternoon. The sun was brighter then. Warmer. Everything felt simpler. Amanda was younger. Standing near the edge of the park. Arms crossed. Expression annoyed. Because she had been dragged there. Again. By her brother. And of course. He was there too. James? Younger. Less guarded. But even then. He had that same look. That same focus. Amanda rolled her eyes. Amanda spoke under her breath. Why is he always here? Because no matter what, he was always around. Always watching. Always. There. Amanda kicked a small stone. Frustrated. Then? A voice. James spoke. You're going to break your shoe. Amanda turned sharply. Amanda spoke. Why do you care? James shrugged slightly. James spoke. I don't. You're just loud. Amanda scoffed instantly. Amanda spoke. I am not loud. James raised an eyebrow. James spoke. You are right now. Amanda glared at him. But he didn't look away. Didn't back down. Even back then. Amanda crossed her arms tighter. Amanda spoke. You're annoying. James nodded once. James spoke. Yeah. You still talk to me. Amanda opened her mouth. Then stopped. Because. He wasn't wrong. And she hated that. Amanda turned away. Muttering. Amanda spoke. Whatever. But she didn't walk away. Didn't leave. And that was the beginning. Because something about him always pulled her back. Even when she didn't want it to. Another day. Early evening. Rain tapped softly against the pavement. The park was almost empty. Amanda sat under the small shelter. Arms wrapped around herself. Upset. Quiet. She hadn't told anyone why. Didn't want to. Didn't need to. But somehow, he still showed up. James walked into the shelter. Slightly wet. Amanda didn't look at him. Amanda spoke. Go away. James didn't. He sat down. Not too close. Not too far. James spoke. You've been here for an hour. Amanda frowned. Amanda spoke. You've been watching me? James shrugged. James spoke. I noticed. Silence. Rain filled the space between them. Then? Amanda spoke. I hate it here. James glanced at her. James spoke. Then leave. Amanda shook her head. Amanda spoke. I can't. James studied her for a second. Then? He took off his jacket. Held it out toward her. James spoke. You're cold. Amanda blinked. Surprise? Amanda spoke. I didn't ask for that. James's expression didn't change. James spoke. I know. Take it anyway. Amanda hesitated. Then slowly. She took it. Their fingers brushed. Just for a second. But even then, it felt like something. Something neither of them understood yet. Amanda looked down at the jacket. Then back at him. Amanda spoke quietly. Why are you like this? James leaned back slightly, looking out at the rain. James spoke. I don't know. Why are you still here? Amanda didn't answer. Because she didn't know either. Back to present. Late morning. Amanda stepped away from the window. Her chest felt heavier now. Because those memories. They weren't random. They meant something. Amanda whispered to herself. He was always there. Always watching. Always showing up. Even when she pushed him away. Amanda ran a hand through her hair. Amanda spoke softly. That doesn't mean anything. But deep down, she knew it did. Because last night, that wasn't new behavior. That was just an older pattern. Finally, unmasked, Amanda glanced back toward the window one more time. But this time, she didn't step closer. Because now, she understood something she didn't before. This wasn't just coincidence. This wasn't just proximity. And it definitely wasn't casual. Something had been building. For years. Quietly. Patiently. And now? It was right next door. Closer than ever. Amanda whispered. What are you doing, James? And somewhere. Deep down. She already knew the answer. He wasn't starting something. He was finishing it. Later that evening. The sky had turned darker. Clouds gathering slowly. The air felt heavier. Amanda stood in front of her mirror. Staring at herself. Not critically. Not nervously. Just thinking. Because tonight, she was going out. Something normal. Something that had nothing to do with him. Amanda adjusted her top slightly. Amanda spoke to herself. This is fine. You're allowed to have a life. But even as she said it, her mind drifted. To the house next door. To him. Amanda exhaled sharply. Amanda spoke. Stop. And this time, she meant it. A few minutes later, Amanda stepped outside. Door lock. Bag in hand. She walked toward her car. Calm. Focus. Until she felt it. That familiar awareness. Like someone was watching. Amanda slowed slightly. Then turned. And of course, he was there. James leaned casually against his car. Arms crossed. Like he had been there for a while. Waiting. Amanda's jaw tightened slightly. Amanda spoke. Do you just stand there every evening? James didn't move. Didn't look surprised. James spoke. Only when you're leaving. That answer came too easily. Amanda frowned. Amanda spoke. That's not normal. James shrugged slightly. James spoke. Neither is ignoring your surroundings. Amanda let out a quiet scoff. Amanda spoke. I'm going to dinner, not into danger. James's gaze dropped briefly. Taking her in. Slowly. Not subtle. Not rush. Intentional. Amanda felt it instantly. Heat creeping up her neck. Amanda spoke more sharply. Don't do that. James's eyes lifted back to hers. James spoke. Do what? Amanda crossed her arms. Amanda spoke. Look at me like that. James tilted his head slightly. James spoke. Like what? Amanda hesitated. Because she didn't have a word for it. Possessive. Hungry. Too aware. Amanda looked away first. Amanda spoke. You know what? Silence. Then, James pushed himself off the car. Slow steps. Toward her. Amanda's breath slowed. Then quickened again. Because he didn't stop. Not until he was close. Too close. James spoke quietly. I don't. Explain it to me. Amanda swallowed. Amanda spoke. You're being weird. James's expression didn't change. James spoke. I'm being aware. Amanda shook her head. Amanda spoke. You're being controlling. That word hung in the air. Heavy. James's jaw tightened slightly. But his voice stayed calm. James spoke. If I was controlling. James stepped even closer. Now barely inches away. James continued. You wouldn't be going out tonight. Amanda's heart slammed against her chest. Because that didn't sound like a joke. Not even close. Amanda held her ground. Amanda spoke. You don't get a say in that. James's eyes locked onto hers. Sharp. Focus. James spoke. I didn't say I did. I said I would. Silence. Electric. Amanda stepped back, breaking the space. Amanda spoke. That's exactly the problem. James watched her carefully. Then, his tone shifted slightly. Lower. Quieter. James spoke. Where are you going? Amanda let out a breath. Amanda spoke. That's none of your business. James didn't respond immediately. Instead, he glanced toward her car. Then back at her. James spoke. Who are you meeting? Amanda's patient snap. Amanda spoke. You need to stop. This is not okay. James stepped back slightly. Not retreating. Recalibrating. James spoke. Fine. Go. Amanda blinked. That was unexpected. Amanda studied him for a second, trying to understand. But his expression gave nothing away. Amanda spoke cautiously. Right. She turned, walked to her car, unlocked it, got in. But just before she closed the door, James spoke again. James spoke. Don't stay out too late. Amanda froze. Her grip tightened on the door. Amanda looked back at him. Amanda spoke. Why? James held her gaze. Unmoving. James spoke. Because I'll be waiting. That did it. Amanda's breath hitched. Not fear. Not entirely. Something else. Something worse. She didn't respond? She couldn't. So she got in the car, closed the door, and drove away. But even as she left, she could feel it. That pull. That weight. That invisible line connecting them. Because his words didn't sound like a warning. They sounded like a promise. Later that night, the date was fine. Nothing special. The man was polite, kind, but forgettable. Because Amanda wasn't really there. Not fully. Her mind kept drifting. Back home. Back to him. Back to the way he looked at her. The way he said it. I'll be waiting. Amanda stirred her drink absent-mindedly. Date spoke. Are you okay? Amanda blinked. Snapping back. Amanda spoke. Yeah. Just tired. That wasn't the truth. But it was easier. Because the real truth didn't make sense yet. And that was the problem. The night went by quickly. Amanda parked her car. The street was quiet again. Too quiet. Her heart picked up slightly. Because she already knew. Before she even looked. Amanda stepped out of the car. Slowly. And then, she turned. He was there. Exactly where she left him. James leaned against the same car. Same position. Like he hadn't moved at all. Amanda's breath caught. Amanda spoke softly. You were serious. James straightened slightly. James spoke. I told you I would be here. Silence. Amanda walked toward him. Not all the way, but closer than before. Amanda spoke. That's insane. James didn't deny it. James spoke. I know. That answer made it worse. Amanda's voice dropped. Amanda spoke. Why are you doing this? James looked at her. Really looked this time. Like he wasn't holding back anymore. James spoke quietly. Because you went out with someone else. The truth. Simple. Direct. Amanda's heart stuttered. Amanda spoke. You don't get to be jealous. James stepped closer. Slow. Deliberate. James spoke. I'm not jealous. I'm paying attention. Amanda shook her head. Amanda spoke. That's the same thing. James's voice dropped lower. James spoke. No. It's worse. Silence. Heavy. Dangerous. Amanda didn't move. Because she couldn't. Because now she understood something she didn't before. This wasn't casual. This wasn't protective. This was something deeper. Something darker. Amanda whispered. James? But she didn't finish. Because she didn't know what came next. And neither did he. Not yet. But one thing was certain. Whatever this was, it wasn't stopping. It was only getting stronger. The sky had turned a deep shade of orange, fading slowly into night. Amanda stood near her kitchen window, arms crossed, watching. Next door, James was outside. Again. Shirtless. Like always. His back faced her. Muscles shifting as he worked on something near the fence. Slow deliberate movements. It didn't look like work. It looked like display. Amanda narrowed her eyes. He's doing this on purpose, Amanda whispered. Her fingers tightened against her arms. But she didn't move away. She kept watching. And then he stopped. Like he felt it. Slowly. James turned. His eyes landed directly on her window. On her. Amanda froze. For a second. Neither of them moved. Then a slow knowing smirk spread across his lips. Amanda's breath caught. Unbelievable, Amanda muttered. She stepped back from the window quickly. Pulled the curtain shut. Horror. Silence filled the room. But her heart wouldn't slow down. Why does he look at me like that? Amanda whispered. No answer came. Only the echo of that smirk, burning in her mind. 30 minutes later. A knock at the door. Amanda froze again. Her eyes shifted toward the entrance. Another knock. Slower this time. Heavy. She already knew. Of course, Amanda sighed under her breath. She walked to the door. Each step. Measured. Controlled. Her hand rested on the handle. For a moment. She hesitated. Then she opened it. James stood there. Too close. Leaning slightly against the doorframe. Like he belonged there. His gaze dropped to her face. Slow. Intentional. You keep closing the curtains on me, James said quietly. Amanda blinked. Once. Twice. I didn't know I needed your permission to use my curtains, Amanda replied. Her voice was steady, but her fingers curled slightly at her side. A faint smile tugged at his lips. You don't, James said. But it's a shame. Amanda tilted her head slightly. Eyes narrowing. A shame? Amanda repeated. He leaned in just a little. Not enough to touch. But enough to feel. I was enjoying the view, James said. Silence. Amanda's breath hitched. Barely. Then her expression hardened. You should find better hobbies, Amanda said. His gaze dropped. Just for a second. Then back to her eyes. I have, James said softly. The air shifted. Something dangerous. Amanda felt it. Right there. Between them. Her heartbeat quickened. But she didn't step back. Say what you came here to say, Amanda said. His jaw tightened slightly. I don't like the guy from earlier, James said. Amanda frowned. Which one? Amanda asked. The one who dropped you home yesterday, James replied. His voice had changed. Lower. Sharper. Amanda crossed her arms. You don't get to have an opinion on that, Amanda said. His expression darkened. Just slightly. I do, James said. Amanda let out a soft laugh. Disbelief. No, you don't, Amanda said. Silence. The kind that stretched. Tightened. Then? He stepped closer. This time. Too close. Amanda's back instinctively pressed against the door. Her breath caught. Be careful, James said quietly. Her brows furrowed. Is that a warning? Amanda asked. His gaze didn't leave hers. Not for a second. It's advice, James said. Amanda swallowed. And if I don't take it? Amanda asked. Longer this time. Heavy. His eyes softened. Just a fraction. I'll still be there, James said. That was worse. Much worse. Amanda looked away first. Good night, James, Amanda said. Her voice quieter now. She pushed the door slightly. A silent signal. He didn't move immediately. Just stood there. Looking at her. Then slowly. He stepped back. Good night, Amanda, James said. She closed the door. Locked it. Leaned against it. Her chest rising. Falling. Too fast. Why does it feel like Amanda whispered? A shaky breath followed. He's not going anywhere? Outside. James stood still for a moment. Looking at her door. Then his lips curved. Slightly. Of course I'm not, James murmured under his breath. The night settled around him. Quiet. But not peaceful. Not anymore. The night went by slowly. And something between them had already crossed a line. Soft sunlight slipped through the curtains. Thin golden. Barely touching the room. Amanda lay awake. Eyes open. Staring at the ceiling. She hadn't slept well. Not really. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw him. Standing at her door. Too close. Looking at her like that. Amanda exhaled slowly. Frustrated. This is stupid, Amanda whispered. She sat up abruptly. Ran a hand through her hair. It's just James, Amanda muttered. Just my brother's annoying best friend. But even as she said it, her chest felt tight. Because that wasn't true anymore. 20 minutes later. Amanda stepped outside. Dressed for work. Bag slung over her shoulder. She stopped. His car was already there. Park? Of course it was. Her eyes flicked toward his house. And there he was. Standing near the driveway. Coffee mug in hand. Like he had been waiting. Amanda sighed softly. Good morning, Amanda said, her voice neutral. His gaze lifted slowly. Locked onto hers instantly. Morning, James replied. You didn't sleep well? Amanda froze for a second. How would you know? Amanda asked. He took a slow sip of his coffee. Unbothered? You have that look, James said. Amanda narrowed her eyes. And what look is that? Amanda asked. He stepped a little closer. Not too much. Just enough. The one where you pretend you're fine, James said. Silence. Amanda felt that again. That shift. That pull. She hated it. I am fine, Amanda said quickly. He didn't respond immediately. Just watched her. Like he was reading through her. You don't have to lie to me, James said quietly. Her jaw tightened. I'm not lying, Amanda said. You've always been bad at it, James said. Amanda blinked. For a second. Something old surface. Familiar. Irritating. Still arrogant, Amanda said. Still stubborn, James replied immediately. A B? And then? She almost smiled. Almost. Amanda looked away quickly. I have to go, Amanda said. He nodded slowly, but didn't move aside. You're going out tonight, James said. She frowned. That wasn't a question, Amanda said. It wasn't, James replied. Silence. Amanda crossed her arms slightly. And if I am? Amanda asked. His expression changed. Just a little. Then I'll be around, James said. Her brows pulled together. Why? Amanda asked. His gaze dropped for a second. Then returned. Stronger. Because I don't like the idea of you being out there alone, James said. Amanda let out a soft, disbelieving laugh. I've been alone just fine, Amanda said. He took a step closer. Not anymore, James said. That hit differently. Amanda felt her breath catch again. This wasn't normal. This wasn't how he used to be. Stop doing that, Amanda said quietly. His eyes narrowed slightly. Doing what? James asked. This Amanda gestured faintly between them. Whatever this is. He didn't answer right away. Instead, he studied her face. Carefully. Then, I moved next door for a reason, James said. Her heart skipped. What reason? Amanda asked. Silence stretched. His jaw tightened slightly. You'll figure it out, James said. Amanda stared at him. Frustration. Confusion. Something deeper. You're impossible, Amanda said. And you're still here, James replied softly. That. Shut her up. A beat passed. Amanda stepped past him. Carefully. She could feel his presence as she moved by. Close. Too close. Her shoulder almost brushed his chest. Almost. But she didn't stop. I'm leaving, Amanda said. I know, James replied. She reached her car. Opened the door. Her grip tightened slightly. Don't wait up, Amanda said without turning around. I will, James said. Amanda closed her eyes for a second. Then got into the car. She didn't look back. But she could feel it. His eyes. Still on her. Watching. Waiting. As she drove away, James remained where he stood. Completely still. Then slowly, a faint smile appeared. She still reacts, James murmured under his breath. That's enough for now. The morning moved on. But something had shifted. And it wasn't slowing down. The sky had darkened completely. Deep blue fading into black. Amanda stood in front of her mirror. Dress? Ready. But not moving. Her reflection stared back at her. Uncertain. Distracted. This is normal, Amanda whispered. You're just going out. She picked up her phone. Checked the time. Then her messages. One unread message. Her breath slowed slightly. She opened it. I'll be around. No name. No explanation. But she knew. Amanda exhaled sharply. Of course you will, Amanda muttered. She placed the phone down. For a moment, she considered canceling. Staying in. Avoiding him. Avoiding this. Whatever this was becoming. But then, her jaw tightened. No, Amanda said firmly. I'm not changing my plans because of him. She grabbed her bag. Turned. Walked out. 20 minutes later. The street outside her house was quiet. Almost too quiet. Amanda locked her door. Turned around. And froze. He was there. Leaning against his car. Like he had been waiting the entire time. Of course he had. Amanda sighed. You really need a life, Amanda said. James pushed himself off the car slowly. I have one, James replied. You're part of it. Amanda blinked. That's not funny, Amanda said. I'm not joking, James said. Silence. She felt that shift again. That pull. Stronger this time. I'm going out, Amanda said. I know, James replied. She frowned slightly. Then why are you here? Amanda asked. To see who you're meeting, James said. Amanda let out a soft, incredulous laugh. You're unbelievable, Amanda said. And you're still not answering, James replied. Her expression hardened. It's none of your business, Amanda said. His jaw shifted slightly. It becomes my business when it involves you, James said. That. Again. Amanda took a step closer. Eyes locked onto his. You don't own me, Amanda said quietly. His gaze darkened. I know, James said. A beat. Not yet. Amanda's breath hitched. For a second. She didn't move. Didn't speak. Then? She turned away quickly. This is insane, Amanda whispered. She started walking toward the gate. Before she could open it, his hand caught her wrist. Not rough, but firm. Amanda froze instantly. Her pulse jumped. Let go, Amanda said quietly. He didn't. Who is he? James asked. His voice lower now. Control? But sharp underneath. Amanda turned slowly. Their faces were close. Too close. It's a date, Amanda said. Silence. His grip tightened just slightly. Cancel it, James said. Her eyes widened. Excuse me? Amanda asked. I said cancel it, James repeated. Amanda pulled her hand slightly. But he still held it. No, Amanda said firmly. His jaw clenched. You don't know him, James said. And you don't know me anymore, Amanda replied. That landed hard. For a moment, something shifted in his expression. Not anger. Not control. Something deeper. But it disappeared quickly. I know enough, James said. Amanda stepped closer. Deliberate. Then trust that, Amanda said. Silence stretched. Their faces inches apart. His hand still around her wrist. Warm. Unmoving. Her breath slowed. His didn't. Let go, Amanda whispered. Then, slowly, he released her. Amanda didn't move right away. Her eyes stayed on his. For a second, something almost happened. Something dangerous. Then, she stepped back. I'm leaving, Amanda said. He nodded once. I'll be nearby, James said. Amanda shook her head slightly. You really don't get it, Amanda said softly. I get more than you think, James replied. She didn't answer. She turned, opened the gate, walked out, didn't look back. But again, she could feel it. His eyes. On her. Watching. Claiming. As she disappeared into the night, James stood there, completely still, his gaze fixed on the empty street. Go, James murmured quietly. Let's see how long that lasts. The night was just beginning. And so was the game. The place was loud. Music, voices, laughter blending together. Amanda sat across the table, smiling, nodding, but not really there. So what do you do again? The man asked. Amanda blinked, pulled back into the moment. I work in marketing, Amanda replied. He smiled, leaning forward slightly. That's interesting, the man said. Amanda forced a small smile. It should have been easy. Normal. A decent guy. Good conversation. No pressure. Exactly what she needed. So why? Why did it feel wrong? Her fingers tapped lightly against the table. Restless. Her eyes drifted toward the entrance. Again. You okay? The man asked. Amanda straightened slightly. Yeah, Amanda said quickly. Just tired. He nodded. We can wrap up soon if you want, the man said. Relief flickered across her face. Before she could hide it. That would be good, Amanda said softly. Then? The door opened. And everything shifted. Amanda felt it before she saw it. That presence. Heavy. Unavoidable. Her breath slowed. And then, she looked up. James? Standing at the entrance. Scanning the room. Until his eyes found her. And stayed there. Amanda's stomach dropped. No, Amanda whispered under her breath. The man across from her frowned slightly. What? The man asked. Amanda didn't answer. Because James was already moving. Through the crowd. Straight toward her. Confident. Unhurried. Like he belonged here. Like he belonged to her space. Amanda stood abruptly. I need a minute, Amanda said quickly. She didn't wait for a response. She walked away. Fast. Toward the exit. But she didn't make it far. A hand caught her arm. She stopped instantly. Of course. Amanda turned slowly. Let go, Amanda said quietly. James didn't? You're leaving already, James said. Her eyes flashed. Yes, Amanda replied. Good, James said. She stared at him. Disbelief. You showed up just to say that? Amanda asked. His grip loosened slightly. But didn't leave. I showed up to see him, James said. Amanda's jaw tightened. You don't get to do that, Amanda said. I just did, James replied calmly. Silence. The music felt distant now. Muted. Like everything had narrowed down to just this. Her. Him. And the tension between them. Stop interfering in my life, Amanda said. I can't, James said. Her breath caught. Won't, Amanda corrected. A faint shake of his head. No, James said quietly. Can't? That word lingered. Heavy. Amanda searched his face. For answers. For reason. For anything that made sense. But all she found was certainty. Dangerous, unwavering certainty. Why? Amanda asked softly. His eyes held hers. Unblinking. Because I don't like seeing you with someone else, James said. Her heart skipped. That's not your decision to make, Amanda said. No, James agreed. A B. But it's still a problem. Amanda let out a slow breath. You're making this complicated, Amanda said. You think this is new? James asked. She still. What does that mean? Amanda asked. He stepped closer. Too close again. This didn't start now, James said quietly. Her pulse quickened. Then when? Amanda asked. Silence. His gaze dropped briefly. Then came back stronger. Years ago, James said. Her breath caught. Memories flickered. Half-formed. Blurred. You never said anything, Amanda said. I wasn't supposed to, James replied. A B? Because of my brother, Amanda said. He didn't deny it. Silence stretched between them. Thick. So now what? Amanda asked. His voice dropped. Lower. More dangerous. Now I don't care, James said. That changed everything. Amanda felt it. Deep. Unsettling. This is a mistake, Amanda whispered. Probably, James said. A B? But I'm not stopping. Her chest tightened. For a moment. She couldn't speak. Couldn't move. Then? She stepped back, breaking the space between them. I'm leaving, Amanda said. He didn't stop her this time. Didn't touch her. But his eyes followed. Always. As she walked away. James exhaled slowly. His jaw tightening. She's still fighting it, James murmured. But not for long. The night continued. But something had cracked. And neither of them could ignore it anymore. The air outside was cooler. Quieter. Amanda walked fast. Almost rushing. Her heels hitting the pavement sharply. Step, step, step. Like she was trying to outrun something. Or someone. Her breath wasn't steady. Not because of the walk. Because of him. Why is he doing this? Amanda whispered. She reached the parking area. Her hands fumbled slightly with her bag. Looking for her keys. Come on, Amanda muttered. Her fingers shook. Just a little. Then, a shadow moved behind her. She froze. Of course. She didn't turn immediately. Didn't need to. She already knew. Amanda spoke quietly. You need to stop following me. Footsteps. Slow. Measured. Closer. James stopped just behind her. Not touching. Not yet. James spoke. I'm not following you. I'm making sure you're safe. Amanda let out a sharp breath. Amanda spoke. I didn't ask for that. Silence. Then? James spoke. You never do. That. Hit something deeper. Amanda turned suddenly. Now they were face to face. Close again. Too close. Amanda spoke. Stop acting like you have a right. His eyes darkened. James spoke quietly. I don't act. Silence. The distance between them felt smaller than it was. Charge. Amanda swallowed. Amanda spoke softer now. Then what is this? His gaze dropped to her lips. Just for a second. Then back to her eyes. James spoke slowly. This, a bee, is me losing control. Her breath caught instantly. That word again. Control? Amanda stepped back slightly. But not enough. You've been in control this whole time, Amanda said. A faint shake of his head. James spoke. No. I've been holding back. Silence. Her heart started beating faster. Louder. Amanda spoke carefully. From what? Longer this time. His jaw tightened. James spoke low. From doing exactly what I want right now. Her pulse spiked. The air between them shifted. Dangerous. Heavy. Amanda didn't move. Didn't speak. Because part of her wanted to know. What do you want? Amanda asked softly. That question changed everything. He stepped closer, closing the space completely. Now there was barely any distance left. His voice dropped. Almost a whisper. James spoke. You. Her breath hitched sharply. Not playful. Not teasing. Certain. Possessive. Amanda's fingers curled slightly. You don't mean that, Amanda said, but weaker now. James spoke. I've always meant it. Her chest tightened. Memories flickered again. Moments she had ignored. Dismiss. Now. They didn't feel so small anymore. This isn't okay, Amanda whispered. A bee. Then stop me, James said. Silence. Her lips parted slightly. But no words came out. Because she didn't stop him. And he noticed. Of course he did. His hand lifted slowly. Paused for a second. Giving her time. To pull away. To say no. She didn't. His fingers brushed against her jaw. Light. Careful. But it sent a shock through her. Her eyes fluttered for a second. James, Amanda whispered. A warning. Or a plea. Even she didn't know. His thumb traced slowly along her jawline. His voice softer now. I tried to stay away, James said. You made that impossible. Her breathing grew uneven. That's not fair, Amanda said quietly. I know, James replied. Another step closer. Even though there was no space left. His forehead almost touched hers. Nothing about this is fair, James said. Silence. The world around them disappeared. No cars. No people. No noise. Just this. Her. Him. And the line they were about to cross. Amanda closed her eyes for a second. Then opened them again. Still there. Still him. This will ruin everything, Amanda whispered. James spoke. It already has. And then? He leaned in. Slow. Deliberate. Giving her one last chance. To stop him. She didn't move. Didn't step back. Didn't turn away. Her breath hitched. And that was enough. Their lips met. Soft at first. Then not. Everything they had been holding back collapsed at once. Her hand gripped his shirt instinctively, pulling him closer. Like she had been waiting for this too. And that was the moment everything changed. There was no going back now. The kiss broke suddenly. Not gently. Not naturally. Like something inside her snapped. Amanda stepped back. Breathing uneven. Eyes wide. What are we doing? Amanda whispered. James didn't move. His chest rising slower. Controlled again. But his eyes still locked on her. James spoke quietly. Something we should have done a long time ago. Amanda shook her head immediately. No, Amanda said. This shouldn't have happened at all. Silence. The weight of it settled in. Her brother. The history. Everything. Amanda ran a hand through her hair. Frustrated. Confused. You need to go, Amanda said. Do you want me to? James spoke. That question. She hesitated. Just for a second. And he saw it. Of course he did. Amanda looked away quickly. That doesn't matter, Amanda said. It does, James replied. Silence stretched again. Heavy. Amanda forced herself to speak. Yes, Amanda said firmly. I want you to go. James nodded once. Slow. Okay, James said. But he didn't move immediately. His eyes stayed on her. Like he was memorizing something. Or deciding something. Finally, he stepped back. The distance between them returned. But it didn't feel the same anymore. Nothing did. James spoke quietly. This isn't over. Amanda's heart tightened. It is, Amanda replied quickly. James shook his head slightly. No, James said. It just started. And then, he turned, walked away. Just like that. Leaving her standing there. Alone. But not really. Because his presence still lingered. In the air. On her skin. In her mind. Amanda exhaled slowly. Her hand lifted unconsciously. Touching her lips. As if confirming it was real. Why him? Amanda whispered. No answer. Only silence. The next morning. Sunlight filled the room. Soft. Warm. Too calm. For how she fell. Amanda lay in bed. Eyes open. Staring at the ceiling. She hadn't slept much. Every time she closed her eyes, it replayed. The way he looked at her. The way he said her name. The way he. Amanda shut her eyes tightly. No, she whispered. She sat up abruptly. This stops now, Amanda said to herself. She swung her legs off the bed. Determined. I'm not doing this, Amanda said firmly. She stood up. Walked toward the window. And then, she froze. Because next door, he was there. James? In his yard. like nothing had happened. Calm. Collected. Watering the plants. His shirt slightly damp. Clinging just enough. Amanda immediately stepped back from the window. Heart racing again. This is insane, Amanda muttered. She turned away. But something pulled her back. Just one more look. She stepped closer again. Slowly. Carefully. And this time, he looked up. Straight at her window. Like he knew. Like he felt her there. Amanda's breath caught. For a second. Neither of them moved. Just staring. Across the space that separated them. A space that didn't feel like distance anymore. Then, James lifted his hand slightly. Not a wave. Not exactly. Just a small deliberate acknowledgement. Amanda stepped back instantly. Pulled the curtain shut. Her heart pounding hard now. This is not happening, Amanda whispered. But it was. And deep down, she knew something worse. She didn't just feel trapped. She felt pulled. And that was far more dangerous. The line had been crossed. And neither of them knew how to go back. Amanda stepped away from the window. Fast. Like she had been caught doing something wrong. Her heart refused to slow down. This is not happening, Amanda whispered. She walked to the sink. Turned the tap on. Let the water run longer than needed. Trying to steady herself. Last night replayed again. Without permission. Without control. The way he said her name. The way he didn't hesitate. The way she didn't stop him. Amanda gripped the edge of the counter. No, she said under her breath. This ends today. She straightened up. Determined. Picked up her phone. Scroll. Stop. Her thumb hovered over a contact. Then she tapped. The call rang once. Twice. Hey, Amanda. A male voice answered. Amanda spoke quickly. Are we still on for tonight? A short silence on the other end. Yeah, I thought you canceled, the man replied. Amanda closed her eyes briefly. No, Amanda said. We're still on. Okay, I'll pick you up at 8, he said. Good, Amanda replied. She ended the call. Exhaled slowly. That's done, Amanda murmured. As if she had just made a decision that fixed everything. But deep down, it didn't feel fixed. Not even close. Late morning. The sun climbed higher. The day moved forward. Amanda tried to keep busy. Cleaning. Organizing. Anything. Anything to not think. But her mind kept drifting. Back to him. Always him. Frustration built slowly. This is ridiculous, Amanda muttered. She grabbed her bag. I need to get out. Outside, late morning. The moment she stepped out, she felt it. That awareness. That tension. She didn't look toward his house. Refused to. Locked her door. Started walking. 3 steps. 4. Running away already? James said from behind. Amanda stopped. Eyes closing for a brief second. Of course. She turned slowly. He was leaning against the fence this time. Watching her like he had been waiting. Amanda spoke flatly. I'm not running. James pushed off the fence. Walked closer. Not too close. Just enough. James spoke. Looks like it. Amanda crossed her arms. I have a life, James. I don't stand around watching my neighbors all day. A faint smirk touched his lips. James replied. You should try watching me more often. Amanda let out a dry laugh. That's exactly what I'm avoiding. Silence settled. The tension didn't drop. It thickened. James's gaze stayed steady. About last night, Amanda started. He didn't let her finish. James spoke. It happened. Simple. Final. Amanda's jaw tightened. That doesn't mean it continues. A B? James stepped closer. Now the distance was smaller again. You didn't stop it, James said. Her breath caught. That doesn't mean I wanted it, Amanda replied. Even she didn't sound convinced. He noticed. Of course he did. James leaned slightly closer. Say it again. Amanda frowned. What? Say you didn't want it, James said. Her throat went dry. Because now, she had to mean it. And she couldn't. Silence stretched between them. Her eyes flickered away for a second. That was enough. James stepped back slightly. Not retreating. Just shifting control. James spoke softer now. You don't have to lie to me. Amanda's chest tightened. I'm not lying, she said quickly. But it felt weaker. Less certain. James nodded once. Slow. Then prove it. Her brows furrowed. How? Amanda asked. James's gaze dropped briefly. Then back to her eyes. Go on your date tonight. Amanda blinked. I am. A small pause in his expression. Almost unreadable. Good, James said. That surprised her. You're not going to interfere? Amanda asked. A faint smile appeared. Not warm. Not kind. No, James said. A beat. I'm going to watch. Her stomach dropped slightly. That's not normal, Amanda said. Neither is this, James replied. Silence. She didn't argue again. Because part of her believed him. Amanda stepped back. I'm leaving. James nodded. Go. She turned. Walked away. This time. She didn't stop. Didn't look back. But again. She could feel it. That same thing. His presence. His attention. Following her. Even without moving. And tonight. It wouldn't just be tension anymore. It would be a test. And neither of them planned to lose. The sky was darker tonight. Heavy. Like something was about to happen. Amanda stood in front of her mirror again. Same spot. Same reflection. But she didn't look the same. There was something sharper in her eyes. Something restless. This is just a date, Amanda said quietly. She adjusted her dress. Smoothed it down. This means nothing. But her voice lacked conviction. She picked up her phone. Checked the time. 7:52 p.m. 8 minutes. Her heart was already beating too fast. Not because of the date. And she knew it. A car pulled up outside. Right on time. Amanda took a deep breath. Grabbed her bag. Walked out. Outside, night. The air felt cooler. But not calming. A man stood by the car. Smiling. Normal. Safe. Hey, Amanda, the man said. Amanda smiled politely. Hey. You look great, the man said. Thank you, Amanda replied. She stepped closer to the car. And then, she felt it. That shift. That presence. Before she even turned, she knew. James was there. Across the street. Near his gate. Watching. Not hiding it. Not pretending. Just watching. Amanda's chest tightened slightly. Everything okay? The man asked. Amanda forced a small smile. Yeah. She opened the car door. Got in. But before closing it, her eyes flicked toward James again. He hadn't moved. But his gaze. Lock. Unblinking. Like a warning. Or a promise. Amanda shut the door. The car pulled away. But even as distance grew, she could still feel him. Restaurant. Night. The place was warm. Bright. Full of noise. Normal. Too normal. Amanda sat across from him. Nodding. Responding. But not really there. So what do you do again? The man asked. Amanda blinked. Refocusing. Marketing, Amanda said. Right, you mentioned that. He smiled again. Easy. Comfortable. Everything James wasn't. And somehow, that made it worse. Amanda picked up her glass. Took a sip. Tried to settle. You seem distracted, the man said gently. Amanda shook her head quickly. No, I'm fine. A bee? She wasn't. Her eyes drifted toward the entrance. And then, her breath stopped. Because he walked in. James? Calm. Composed. Like he belonged there. Amanda's fingers tightened around the glass. This is insane, she whispered under her breath. What? The man asked. Nothing, Amanda replied quickly. But it was too late. James had already seen her. Of course he had. His eyes met hers across the room. And didn't look away. Not for a second. Do you know him? The man asked, noticing. Amanda hesitated. Yes. Friend? A pause. Amanda swallowed. Something like that. Meanwhile, James started walking toward them. Slow. Deliberate. Amanda's pulse spiked. No, she whispered. Too late. He stopped right beside their table. Close enough. Too close. James spoke calmly. Small world. The man looked out. Confused. Hey, do we know each other? The man asked. James didn't look at him immediately. His eyes stayed on Amanda. Then, he shifted his gaze. Yes, James said. I know her. The way he said it wasn't casual. Wasn't neutral. It was loaded. Amanda felt it hit her chest. Horror. This is Amanda started. Trying to control it. My neighbor, she finished. A faint smile appeared on James's face. Neighbor, James repeated. Like the word didn't mean enough. The man nodded politely. Nice to meet you, man. James finally looked at him properly. Measured him. Then shook his hand. Firm. Control. But something underneath it. Sharp. James? He said. The man smiled. Gave his name. Amanda barely heard it. Because the tension was suffocating now. James released his hand. But didn't leave. Instead, he looked back at Amanda. Enjoy your night, James said. Simple words. But his eyes said something else entirely. Amanda held his gaze. Challenging. Refusing to break first. I will, Amanda replied. A bee? Something flickered in his expression. Approval. Amusement. Possession. Maybe all of it. Then, he stepped back. Turned. Walked away. Just like that. But the damage was done. The air between Amanda and her date. Change? Okay, the man said slowly. What was that? Amanda exhaled. Nothing. But even she didn't believe it. Because now, this wasn't just tension anymore. It was a game. And James had just stepped onto the board. Right in front of her. And he wasn't planning to play fair. The night felt heavier than usual. Not quiet. Not calm. Just waiting. Amanda stood by the window. Lights off. Breathing slow. But her mind wasn't still. It hadn't been still for days. Every moment replayed. The fence. His voice. The way he looked at her like she already belonged to him. Amanda whispered to herself. This has to end. But even as she said it, her feet didn't move away from the window. Across the yard. His house was lit. One room. Upstairs. He was awake. Of course he was. Amanda closed her eyes. Just for a second. Then, a knock. Not loud. Not urgent. But deliberate. Her heart jumped. She didn't need to check. She knew. The knock came again. Amanda walked to the door slowly, each step heavier than the last. Her hand hovered over the handle. Amanda whispered, "Don't open it." But she did. James stood there. No pretense tonight. No distance. No mask. Just him. Amanda said quietly, "You shouldn't be here." James looked at her. Direct. Unapologetic. James replied, "You knew I would come." Her breath caught. Amanda shook her head. "That doesn't mean I wanted you to." James stepped closer. Just one step. Enough to change the air. James said softly, "You didn't stop me." Silence stretched. Amanda's voice dropped. "You don't listen." James answered calmly, "Not when it comes to you." That did something to her. Something dangerous. Amanda stepped back. The door still open. That was the mistake. Because he followed. Not fast. Not forceful. But certain. Now he was inside. Amanda turned toward him quickly. Amanda said, sharper now, "You can't just walk into my house." James didn't react to the tone. James said quietly, "You stopped closing the door." Her chest tightened. Because that was true. Silence again. The space between them shrank. Not by movement. By something else. Amanda said, softer now, "This isn't right." James held her gaze. Unmoving. James replied, "Then why does it feel like this?" She didn't answer. Because she couldn't. Her body had already betrayed her. Amanda's voice came out unsteady. "You need to leave." James took another step closer. "Now." Too close. James said quietly, "Say it like you mean it." Amanda swallowed. Her throat felt dry. Amanda said again, "Leave." But it wasn't strong enough. They both knew it. James's voice dropped. Lower. Closer. James said, "You don't want me to." Her heart slammed. "Hard." Amanda whispered, "You don't get to decide that." James lifted his hand. Slow. Careful. He didn't touch her. Not yet. James said softly, "Then stop me." Silence. Amanda didn't move. That was the answer. And it changed everything. James closed the distance. His hand reached her arm. Light. Barely there. But it burned. Amanda inhaled sharply. Amanda whispered, "James?" His name wasn't a warning anymore. James's voice softened. But the intensity didn't. James said, "I've waited long enough." Her fingers curled slightly. Not pushing him away. Not pulling him closer. Just holding the moment. Amanda said quietly, "This will ruin everything." James stepped closer. No space left now. James replied, "It already has." Her back brushed the wall. There was nowhere else to go. Her breath came faster now. Uncontrolled. Amanda whispered, "We can't." James interrupted softly, "We can." And this time, she didn't argue. Because the truth was already there. Between them. Around them. Inside her. His hand moved from her arm. Slow. Deliberate. To her waist. She tensed. Then didn't pull away. That was the final line. And it was gone. Amanda closed her eyes. Just for a second. James's voice dropped to almost nothing. James said, "Look at me." She did. And that was it. No more distance. No more pretending. Just he. Just tension. Just everything they had been holding back. Breaking at once. Amanda whispered, "This is your fault." James's lips almost curved. James replied quietly, "No, it's ours." And for the first time, she didn't deny it. The night moved around them. Unnoticed. Unimportant. Because nothing outside that moment mattered anymore. Not the house. Not the past. Not the rules they were supposed to follow. Only this. Only him. Only her. And the choice they had already made. Without saying it out loud. The lights stayed off. The world stayed quiet. And the line between them never existed again.